Sri, just a simple question. Other than pumping more money in to provide for free education, will anything else be done to increase the overall quality of education in Malaysia?
Now on education, the motto, the theme is democratization of access to quality education. It's not just democratization of access, because access means access to everybody, but we're talking quality education. We used to pride ourselves as a University of Malaya, one of the top universities in Southeast Asia, the high rank in Asia. Now it's not bad. We're just, about 400. So we must not be too negative. We always think positive. They say the economy, economy is not bad. Of course, in terms of investments, Indonesia, Thailand surpassed, but we're still slightly above Burma. So I think back to the issue of quality education. The policy of transparent education and language in Malaysia when it was contentious. I know I was a Malay language champion in my university days. I was Minister of Education, and I realized that. But at least we were able to resolve this. For example, no compromise on the issue enhancement and improving the level of proficiency of the national language in all schools. Okay? National Thai, Chinese or Tamil or Malay schools. Now, having said that, there's a clear policy now, for the first time, after more than half a century of independence, is the parents, allow the parents to decide. You want to go to a national school, Chinese school, or Tamil school, and the government will give full support to these schools. Not like government-aided schools, full support. So that's clear. Now, at the secondary level, for example, we will have to then ensure the enhancement of the proficiency of the English language. Because for us, as a trading nation, I think the capacity of the workforce is important. So whilst clearing the position of the Bahasa, of the national language, we will have to take adequate measures to enhance the level of proficiency of the English language. So we're talking about quality education here, and I think more needs to be done to ensure that we drive the program. But I think, as the panelists have said, and of course, I think subtly warning to me too, probably Rafizi didn't mean it that way, but I think that is, whoever is given trusted position leadership, don't rely on every micro issue. My good friend Mahalaya tend to meddle everything, every small thing. The design of the proton tire. And I think there's good advice from what I have seen that we decide on major policies, but allow for the experts, those who have expertise, to give recommendations. The journalists, what do they say? You can't have politicians decide what type of submarine to buy. Yeah, that's what they say publicly. And then the Air Force General Hadi said publicly, he said, you, the political leaders, don't come and tell us we want this type of aeroplane. Or an aeroplane or jet with these specs. They make sure minute the specs that would only qualify a particular company. And then we have a company ready, the commission agents. So I think we have learned enough. I mean, I've learned enough. I've been in the cabinet for some years, 8 years as finance minister, to appreciate the fact that our duty is to make sure that it is well regulated, it's transparent, it's clean, it's enforced in an efficient manner, but not to interfere in this. For example, you can have a Minister of Defense or Prime Minister or the wife of the Prime Minister as an example. But they can't be interfering what you want to buy, what tank to buy. or because recommended by one particular company. So I think I take that advice. I mean, we're quite transparent. I think there's no turning back. To me, when you talk about transparency or freedom or democracy, it's an irreversible process. In fact, the present cabinet members, many of them are former colleagues. I am baffled that the lack of capacity to understand and appreciate the changing trends, the new demands, the dictates or the zeitgeist of our time. I am appalled. I would have suspected that after 2008, they would make measures. They did in terms of pronouncements by employing, qualified international consultants and writing it down. And some of you are gullible enough to be impressed. Okay. So don't say. That's why they say the propensity to change or resistance to change. You don't only refer specifically to those so-called the lower class or the uneducated class. Sometimes people with that sort of capacity, level of sophistication can be easily duped. I have never doubted the pronouncements are quite impressive. The ETP, they sound nice, although the devil, of course, in the details. But the challenge is whether you really mean it, and given some months or years, you do undertake the necessary reforms. You talked about education just yesterday. The Straits Times said that we have the best education system in the world. You should not laugh. This is a Prime Minister's statement. You must take it seriously. And then the statement in Parliament, we have the best democracy in the world. You're talking to whom? That is why I'm a Penangai, and I think I take great satisfaction for this capacity of the Penangai to have this wisdom and courage to say no to the Prime Minister. Really. Finally, when we talk about how we made a policy, we have to do away with that. Because that is, of course, by itself discriminatory. Now, if we have problems with additional costs, we have to deal with it. But we cannot have a public policy that is deemed to be discriminatory against regions. That's why we, as an issue, we have taken it up and we have made it clear to our Sabahan and Sarawak.